So you've been posting on social media, you're getting some likes, but how do those followers turn into actual patients at your clinic? If you've ever wondered that, you're not alone. How do I get patients from Facebook or Instagram is one of the most commonly Googled questions from clinic owners. In this video, we're going to cover exactly that, proven ways to turn social media followers into real patients. Step 1, include clear calls to action in your content. Don't think that just because someone watched your video and liked it, they're automatically going to contact you for treatment. They need to be invited and told what to do next. For example, a physiotherapist might do a video about back pain and then finish it with, "Are you struggling with back pain? Contact us for your free 15-minute assessment." Or a dentist might do a post with before and after pictures of teeth whitening and finish it by saying, "Contact us to learn about our Christmas teeth whitening promotion." You can also make use of the contact and book features that are built into most social platforms. On Instagram, make sure there's a link to your booking page in your biography or a Book Now button. On Facebook, make use of the Contact Us button or build a link to your appointments page into your information. Social platforms are actually really well suited to driving leads and inquiries to your clinics. And it's the clinics who do it successfully who make really good use of these built-in features, Book Now and appointment buttons, as well as just putting call to actions in their content. The essential thing to remember is any content that you do, always follow it up with a call to action telling the user exactly what to do next and what's in it for them. Step 2, leverage direct messages and inquiries. Now, this is somewhere we see clinics falling down all the time. They don't check their social media comments. They don't check their social media messages. They see inquiries and leads appear maybe a week after the original comment or message, and they treat social media leads as somehow less serious leads than what they're getting through email or through other channels. In fact, people making a social media inquiry typically expect a response quicker than if they'd made an inquiry by email or phone. So this is really, really important. You can set up an autoresponder to your messages on social media platforms, assuring people that you received your message and you'll get back to them as soon as possible. Check your messages and check your comments at least once or twice a day and respond to them immediately. All the more so if it's an inquiry in a comment, because you're doing so publicly where other potential patients can see it. 91% of people expect to reply within 24 hours across all digital channels, and making sure that you respond to these inquiries on social media quickly, promptly and professionally can make the difference between that lead becoming a patient or them moving on and changing their mind. So check your DMs and comments regularly or assign a staff member to it if you can. That sort of level of customer service on social media is going to make a real difference in converting followers into patients and growing your clinic on social channels. Step 3, offer value and build trust to nudge conversions. Now, social media is a slow burner. Not everyone who likes or follows you is going to become a patient, and those that do probably won't become a patient straight away. It's going to take time. That means you're going to have to nurture them over time until they gradually do become a patient. Now, you can do this by providing them with useful informational content. For example, here's some great tips for back pain. Here's a great skincare routine. Here's something that will help you sleep better, that sort of thing. But also engaging with them on a really human level. Now, you can do that with success stories. So, for example, here's Jane. Jane came to us after a knee replacement and couldn't walk. Now she's back running, cycling and swimming, things that make people feel really good. Here's John. John lost 2 of his teeth in an accident, and now he's got a lovely, wonderful, warm smile again, and he's got all of his confidence back. Also, make sure you show who you are. Show the culture at the clinic. Show the human side of the other people working at the clinic. Now, this is a mistake that a lot of practitioners make. They try and come across too formal and too serious on social media. But we know that people do business with people, and they do business with people that they trust. So by showing people a bit of your real human side, who you really are, show your character, and that will allow them to connect with you on a human level. Step 4, social proof. Turn followers into evangelists. Now, we all know that the most powerful referral source is recommendations and word of mouth. But social media is the new word of mouth. Now, most clinics ask their patients to leave a Google review and leave it at that. But the clinics that do really well on social media don't just stop there. They ask their patients to also leave them a Facebook review, to comment and to like, to follow them on social media and say how much treatment has helped them, or best of all, do a video review of the treatment that they've had, saying how much it helped them and the difference it's had on their life. 71% of people will check reviews for a clinic before they go for treatment at it. And when they see not only positive reviews on platforms like Google or Trustpilot, but also see good reviews on Facebook and people there evangelizing, talking about you, saying how much you helped, and even prepared to talk on a video saying how much you've helped them, that's going to make those new people turn into patients. Even if you've only got 100 followers on your page, you can put a post up saying, hey, we're celebrating the fact that we've now got 100 followers. Please leave a comment and a review telling us how much we've helped you to help grow your following on social media. This amplifies trust and nudges onlookers and visitors to your page to become your clients and patients. Step 5, engage and guide your audience's next steps. Now, this bit is all about two-way communication. We want to make sure that we're not just talking at our followers, but we're genuinely listening to their concerns, their questions, their curiosities, and what they need to know. Now, that could be as simple as, what are you curious about osteopathy? Drop your comments below and we'll answer your questions. Or you could do something a bit more involved. So, for example, that could be a live Q&A event where you give a 10-minute presentation on dermal fillers, followed by a question and answer session where you can address all the different attendees' concerns and questions about having that treatment. That way, people see you engaging with your potential customers and patients, and they're much more likely to trust you and develop into an appointment booking request themselves. A quick tip on that: if you're a small, just getting started clinic and you're worried that people might not attend your Q&A or webinar, put a couple of people in the audience who are planted with scripted questions so that when people watch the replay back, they'll definitely see you engaging honestly and clearly with potential patients, even if there weren't anybody really there. All of this not only shows our audience that we're willing to connect with them and that we're interested in what they want to know, but it also guides our future content because we know where our audience is at, what they're thinking, and we know what content they want us to give them. Last of all, you can also run special offers just for your social media followers. So, for example, 10% off a massage this Christmas just for our Instagram followers. That shows people that you value their engagement and gives them value to continuing to follow you on that social channel. Tracking conversions from social media. How do we know how many of our social media followers actually became patients? Now, the simplest way, of course, is just to ask people, how did you hear about us? But they often say things like the internet or Google, even if they've been on your social media. Imagine a patient who finds you initially on Google, then checks you out on Facebook, likes the look of you, thinks, oh yeah, you're human, you're obviously know what you're talking about, and then comes to the clinic. You say, how did you hear about us? They say Google. And you don't see the role that your social media had in converting that person into a patient. What's much better is to, as well as asking, how did you hear about us, where did you find us, to ask them explicitly if they've been on your social channels. So at their first appointment, say, we're on Facebook and Instagram, have you visited our profiles and are you following us? That way, you'll not only get a much better idea of the role that your social media has played in converting some patients, but also if they haven't already visited your social media, they'll be more aware that it exists and more likely to check you out, because the fact that you've bothered to ask them whether they followed you really suggests that it's something worth being a part of. Of course, there's lots of other very technical ways to track conversions by social media. We can use UTM codes, we can use Google Analytics, we can use Google Tag Manager, we can use Facebook conversion tracking. There's lots of ways to do it, and we're going to look at those in other videos because they're a lot more technical and we'll need a technical walkthrough. But make sure when people come in, explicitly ask them, which of our social channels have you been on? Turning social media followers into real patients. Yes, it can be done. You're going to have to lead them by the hand. So provide value, build trust, be consistent, and always remember to tell them to take that next step. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss out on our future content about how to advertise and market your clinic. You can grab our free step-by-step guide in the description, and if you'd like any help with your own marketing, please reach out to us at Proximal Marketing. We help clinics to grow.